What's good, YouTube? Slim TV here to put in a good word or two. Today, I wanted to talk about how to nurture a naturally logical mind. We need to have our logic in place. We need to have our logic in order. We need to have reasoning for everything that we do so that we have more conviction in what we do. If we don't, then everything we do will be for naught because we have no reasoning behind it. Our own reasoning, not someone else's reasoning, not your mom's reasoning, not your dad's, our own. This will give us motivation to do what we need to do what we want to do, and pursue it to the highest degree. So, step one, read books. It's important that when we read books, we don't go in there expecting to learn everything from the author, if that makes sense. I mean, of course, we're going into the book expecting to learn, but we're not going in there soaking up everything that he says. Instead, what we should do is take what he says and weigh everything that the author says. Books like 12 Rules for Life by Jordan B. Peterson have a lot of good information, but we don't take that information and make it our own. Instead, we take that information, we weigh it, and then we put our own logic and reasoning to it. So, yeah, we do make it our own, but we don't plagiarize it. Like, we just don't copy it word for word and just paste it into our heads. We take it and we make it into something that we can use personally. We put our own reasoning and logic in it, as I was saying earlier. Other books like Will by Will Smith, that's another good read. You can take a lot of the situations, put your own logic and reasoning into it, and ask yourself, what would you do in that situation? That will help you to build your thought process. That will help you to build what you would do in certain situations, and that would also help you to trust yourself more. Step two, speak your thoughts out loud. When you speak your thoughts out loud, you are putting your logic out there. You're putting why you think out into space. And the reason you want to do this is because when you hear yourself speak, you can critique yourself and you can ask yourself, how does that sound? And why does it sound that way? And how can I make it sound better? Also, 9 times out of 10, when you're speaking out loud, you're speaking to others. So now you're putting your logic against other people's logic. This will also give you a chance to hone it and to perfect it. Step 3 is to journal. Now, when we journal, we're putting our thoughts and our logic and our reasoning right in front of us on paper. This gives us a chance to edit it and critique it. It's not like when you're speaking out loud, because now you're physically looking at your thoughts. You're looking at how you think. And then you can ask yourself questions like, why do you think that? And as you journal, you're going to reveal your own answers to you, which is, again, increasing your logic, increasing your reasoning. This is going to help you to understand yourself more. And by understanding yourself more, you're going to have more confidence in what you say and why you say it. And you're going to stop wanting to follow other people's lead, because now you have your own thought process. Step 4, listen to others, but take the meat off of the bones. I'll be danged if I go on YouTube and listen to another man talk and take all of his viewpoints and make them my own. You don't do that. It's the same as I said earlier about reading the books. You take what that person is saying, and then you put your own logic and reasoning behind it. If you even agree with it, if you don't agree with it, you regard it, and then you make your own logic and reasoning. And you tell yourself how you would handle this, or what they're talking about. You tell yourself how you would handle what they're talking about, in different situations and stuff. This is very important, because a lot of us, we want someone else to tell us how we should do something. How do I get more confidence? As soon as you even have that question, you just go on YouTube. Why not ask yourself? Why not put your own logic and reasoning to use and try and figure that out for you? And step 5, put your head in the clouds. A lot of the times we hear the expression, get your head out of the clouds. It's used in a negative way. But having our head in the clouds is actually natural. It's It's how we think. It's when you go into deep thought, that's a beautiful thing because now your thoughts are free. They're running rampant like cattle in a pasture. It is when our heads in the clouds, it's our time to refine and hone our thoughts. Because we're not always going to have our journal with us. We need to have our thoughts locked and loaded. When someone asks us why we're doing something, we need to know why we're doing it. Not for them, but for us. Because if we go into things not knowing why we're doing it, we're not going to give it our all. And sometimes we can get pushed into things that we don't even want to do. Because we were afraid to put our logic and reasoning behind why we did not want to do it. A good example that I'm sure a lot of people go through is college, Our parents, they tell us, or society even, they tell us, college this, college that, college right after high school. But a lot of us, we have our own reasoning as to why I don't want to go to college. Maybe you have your dream is to become something that doesn't require college. And yet, because we don't have the wherewithal or the reasoning to say no, we just go along with it. Because we think, oh man, my thoughts, they don't matter anyway when they do. And this is what putting your head in the clouds is going to do. It's like the hyperbolic time chamber for your mind. Because when you truly enter your mind, it does seem like time is moving slower. It seems like you're really just watching all of your thoughts just scroll by, and you're editing them in your mind. It's truly a beautiful thing when you learn how to master it. And the benefits of having your own logic and having your own reasoning is that you're going to naturally build confidence in yourself. Because you're trusting your thought process. And because you trust your thought process, you trust how you act. You're going to trust how you act because you trust how you think. And you're going to have the confidence to do things that you never even thought you were able to do. So I hope this video helped you guys. I hope you guys understand. I love you guys. I appreciate the watch, the view. Hit the like button, subscribe. All right, peace.